Greetings, class. This is a short video for week 0, the greeting and introductory class for 4670 Network Security. My name is Dr. Brandon Brown. I'm your instructor for this term. And I'm going to go over the course schedule, the syllabus, documents, some expectations, take about maybe 15 or 20 minutes, show you where everything is, introduce you to the YouTube channel, etc. So we'll be publishing the course here today. Start of term is tomorrow. And very typical Blackboard show. When you open it up, you come into the announcements section. You see the announcements that are slated for today. And we also have some additional references here for you for iOS, GNS3, tests that I posted. These are your quizzes, midterm, final. They're all available in the assignment section from the word go. A little bit on the, let's go into the syllabus here. So 16 weeks, we have 2 tests, a midterm and final. Midterm, I believe, is in week 8. Final, obviously, during finals week. Those are both online. We have labs. We have 3 that we'll be doing. These are all hardening labs, one on a Windows system, one on a small network, and one for a larger network using dynamic routing protocols. We have some homework assignments as well. These are general theory concept homework assignments, everything from some simple stuff where we talk about culture and looking at hacking and network security and how it's represented, to research opportunities, to analysis of security breaches. I have an attendance and participation every week or about every few weeks where I'll have you do a quick little assignment or discussion question. And then we have 5 quizzes that are broken down over the course of the semester. The course schedule is pretty solidified here. We're going to have a homework that's due about every other week, every 3 weeks, a quiz that is the same thing, the lab that's going to be due in week 5, week 10, and week 15. And again, I have your midterm in week 7, so it's a little bit early this term, and then final and finals week. A little note here, you are welcome to join the network security in-person class. It is at 8:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can look online to get the room number, and you can also contact me. Best way to get a hold of me is email, brbrown@cpp.edu. I sit down every Tuesday and Thursday before class and go over requests as best I can, and then after class from 11:30 to 12, 11:15 to 12, and do the same thing. My office location is 98C421. Although I'm never there, I am in the telecommunication labs, which is directly across the hallway from my office. If you don't know where the telecommunication lab is, I believe it is 98C436, but don't quote me on that. It is right off of the elevator on the 4th floor of the building. So, in the course document section, and we've gone to a new book this year. We've gone to the Security Plus curriculum from CompTIA. It's a very popular and in-demand certification by governmental agencies and industry, commercial companies alike. So this will help not only prep you and give you the material that you need via the curriculum and the guidelines for your degree, it also preps you for that Security Plus certification exam. So I will be posting lectures here for each week. This will be starting next week, is week 1. This is week 0. Also, I will be putting in all of the slides that I do in the in-person class, and I'll be going through them as well. I will also put together some brief overview of the labs. I'm not going to do a step-by-step for the labs. Need to actually have you produce the work in that regard. But I will give you some helpful hints, some pointers, if you will, as we go through the labs. So we'll have this. This will be constantly updating throughout the entire semester. So stay tuned for that. I also have some other tutorials that I do in the in-person class in week 0. And that is kind of some setup for VMware Workstation, where to get the keys for VMware Workstation, the setup for GNS3, although we're not really going to need that this semester, but I'll go over it nonetheless because it's a good modeling and simulation program, and files that are associated with that. Discussion board, there's not really very much in the way of that, although I will be putting some of the participation pieces for the discussion board in here. And in all of the different lectures and tutorials, they link straight to my YouTube channel, as you can see. I have a lot of these different tutorials on VMware setup, and not only for this class, but also for my 4710 class as well. So if you do a search on Google and just type in my handle at the One Pro Bro YouTube, it didn't come up. Why YouTube? I put a space in there? Oh, if I spell YouTube right, I guess that would be helpful, huh? There we go. That's the first one. So YouTube, the One Pro Bro. Don't have to put the @ sign there. And you can get to my channel. And this is where a lot of the 4670 lab information, you might find a lot of helpful stuff here for this class, my class at for 4710, and I am also a full-time instructor at Coastline College, some of the stuff there as well. So if you subscribe to it as I'm doing updates, you'll get alerted for it. So that's a helpful piece as well. So the One Pro Bro on YouTube, you will find a lot of helpful information there. So that's about it as far as the walkthrough and step through. If you need to have any questions, again, my office hours are Mondays from 8 to 8:30. Excuse me, Tuesdays from 8 to 8:30, and again from 11:15 to noon, roughly, in the telecom lab on both Tuesday and Thursday. Please feel free to get a hold of me there, or via email, or if it is an emergency, I believe I do have my cell phone number there on the contact information. You can give me a call. If I don't answer, please leave me a voicemail. So that's going to do it for this introductory class, our first week here. Next week, we're going to be going over some software and some setup, as well as managing, might get into some of the managing risk pieces in the first lecture. But I also will go over some helpful hints and tricks and tips for resume writing, interview workshops, things of that nature. I like to do that with my students. And get you set up for finding a job if you're going to be graduating here this spring. So, again, that'll do it. This is Dr. Brown. We will see you in class and around. Take care.